everybody. Welcome to Alex Unqualified. My name is Alex, and I'm unqualified to give you any advice, but I hope you listen anyway. This show's a little about everything, anything, and nothing all in between. So let's rub the malocchio and the Italian horn and the chili pepper, whatever you like to call it, for good luck, and let's get started. So I have a topic that I'm very passionate about, believe it or not, that I want to discuss with you guys that's been in recent news. So there's been a UFC fighter that has adopted two black children with his wife, and people are shaming him for this. And for those of you who don't know, who are just, coming to my channel, I am adopted. I am adopted from Bogota, Colombia. And if you can't tell, I am Latina. And but I was raised by two white Italian people. I was whitewashed. I mean, I learned nothing of Latino heritage. I did not have a quinceañera. I had a sweet 16. I I I learned more stuff about Italian culture than I did Latino culture. And, anything that I learned about Latino culture, I actually sought out myself. My parents did not teach me, my family did not teach me anything about Latino culture. They just said, "You're Italian now." And, like, yeah, they would mention, like, "Yeah, you're from Colombia. Yeah, you whatever, whatever." I'm the darkest one in my family, except my cousin, but she is fake tan. That is all. Tanning beds and the Jersey Shore. So, I am naturally this way. This is me staying inside. You know, this this let me show you how white I am. All right? Let me show you how white. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this tan line. Like if you can't see it, like look how look how white I am. Can you actually see it? Like, look how white I am. I'm almost as white as a Swiss wristband. Like, you could see tan, white, tanish, beige, maybe. But I have a very distinct uh, white tan line from my watch band and tan lines elsewhere, such as my rings and elsewhere. Anyway. So basically, my legs are white and the rest of me is white. So, uh, quick shout out to my friend Naomi. She actually is also very passionate about this topic, and so shout out to her. So love you. Anyway, um, yeah. So we're gonna take a look at an article based off this story. So let's get into that. All right. All right, guys. So this is the article by Atlanta Black Star. I'm not raising black children. White UFC fighter Michael Chandler catches a backlash for admitting he raises two black adopted sons to not see color. Okay, so he says, I'm not raising black children. I'm raising children, which I have no problem with. I have no problem with. Mixed martial artist Michael Chandler opened up about fatherhood. Chandler, who is white, and his wife, Bree, adopted two boys who are both African American descent. The couple welcomed their first adopted son, Hap, in 2017 before welcoming Ace in 2022. Chandler suggested his children's race is the farthest thing from his mind. I'm not raising black children, I'm raising children, Chandler said on April 22nd on the Sean Ryan show. Yes. I have no problem with that. The 38-year-old UFC star expressed his belief that identity politics can create the environment where people forget that everyone is a human being first and foremost. Exactly. Instead of focusing on his adoptive children's race, Chandler said he is doing what he can to raise his black children in the ways he feels are best, with the hope that they ultimately grow into upstanding men. Exactly. See, let's listen to the video.
I'm not raising black children. I'm raising children. And whether you are black or you are white, no matter what race that you are, there are certain things about being a man and being a good man when it comes to character and integrity and safeguarding the helpless and sticking up for those who need it and being a good man of reputation. None of that has to do with skin color. Everything has to do with the character of the man. Probably not an answer that some people would say is important, but that's where the world has gone, where we think that the most important thing about us is our skin color or our gender or our political affiliation or all these different identity politics or the identities that we put on each other, when really we're just human beings on this earth. And there are certain things about being a good person that transcend skin color and age and sex and religion and all of those different things.
I love
Yeah.
that answer.
Oh my god, they look like twins. Oh my gosh. Whether you're a black or you're white, no matter what race you are, there are certain things about being a man and being a good man when it comes to character, integrity, and safeguarding the helpless and sticking up for those who need it. Being a good man of reputation, none of this has to do with skin color. Exactly. Everything has to do with character of a man. Probably not an answer that some people would say is important, but that's where the world has gone. From Chandler's point of view, a person's character has the ability to transcend race, age, and religion. Where we think that most important things about us are skin color or our gender or our political affiliation or all of these different identity politics or the identities that we put on each other, we really are just human beings on this earth and are certain things about a good person that transcends skin color and age and sex and religion. This is so true. Oh my God. Scream this from the rooftops, everybody, because why does being a good man or woman have to, and I'm going to say being a good man or woman, I am not going to include being a trans man, being a trans woman, being a non-binary person, because I don't believe in all that. Okay, you want to be that, go ahead, but I'm not going to play along anyway. um if you, I'll respect you and I'll go along with it, but if you shove it down my if you shove it down my throat, I'm not gonna I'm just not gonna go along with it. But where we think the most important part of us is our skin color or our identity politics, that's where we go wrong. Why can't we focus on being good citizens? And here's where I understand. When you have like someone like me, someone taken as a Latino, Latina baby and taken into an Italian family, look, those cultures are very similar. But when you have a very stark contrast of white and black, you I can understand the finickiness of people being like, well, how are you going to raise them? You know, but the the black community wants to throw away all their babies, but they dare have the audacity to say, "Well, this is how you should raise them." Like, who the hell are you to say, "Oh, well, I don't want the kids, but this is how you should raise them." Who the hell are you? You know? Like you have no right. You have no right to say that. Let's see. Most of the replies are, but how will they survive? How will they survive racism? The larger crime here is being black while robbed of blackness. What? He's robbing them too, not just failing to protect, but he's both cheating these two boys out of cultural identity and leaving them unprepared for the world. One person wrote on X. Others describe Chandler's thought process as wishful thinking. No, I just listened to the 5 minutes and 30 seconds of fantasy and wishful thinking. He's raising black children and they need to understand what it means to be black, not just in America, but in this world. Another person wrote, you can tell them, yeah, you're going to have difficulties as a black person or as a black man. You're going to have difficulties of your skin color, but that shouldn't affect your character. That shouldn't affect your character, and you shouldn't turn into a thug because, or a young scholar, but I'm going to say thug. You shouldn't turn into a thug because you are treated with racism or that you're going to potentially be treated with racism. but it's all I'm going to say it, and I hate saying this because this applies to disability narrative, but I hate saying this, but it's all in your freaking head. Racism is all in your head. Another X account asserted that despite Chandler's best efforts, his children will ultimately be viewed as black men. He means well, and you can tell they will have an amazing, happy childhood. But when they get older and you're not there to hold their hand, the world will see them as black men. It's okay that they are that to, that they it's okay that they be prepared for that. And then someone else said, "I think his heart is in the right place, but I hope he doesn't have to learn the hard way that raising children of color is different." Another social media user wrote, "Yes, you should raise them to be honest, upstanding men/women, but all of this takes its own incident with someone/people who are not such, and all that stuff goes out the window because it'll boil down to the color of their skin." And a lot of white people are oblivious to this. It doesn't mean that they are bad or don't care, but you are white and are raising children of color. That is your responsibility to others to understand, educate yourself, and it needs to be the talk of black fathers. Look, black fathers don't give a shit, obviously, because they're so absent in the nuclear family unit. So if a white family wants to step in and take care of a child, they shouldn't be shamed. They should not be shamed for taking up the responsibility and having the balls to take care of, a black child. And, I don't think anybody should have the the right to say this is how you should raise your child unless it comes to, like how do you take care of their hair? How do you take maybe you can go to someone else who's black and be like, "How do I take care of my child's hair?" But otherwise, no. I'm going to raise them with my morals, my values, my, this. I don't have to raise them to be black, I just have to raise them to be a person, a good person. Why does their race have to be attached to it and their race have to be their identity? It's like when parents get purposely get a black child and they show them off like a designer bag. Like, "Oh my god, did you see my newest designer cup? My newest designer child?" It's just like when celebrities have their children be non-binary or trans. Oh my god, it pisses me off because I'm like, why are you doing this? They're not a designer bag. Anyway, in 2017, Chandler recalled how he was brought to tears shortly after seeing a picture of his then 9-month-old son Hap for the first time. Yeah, my parents said that they cried when they saw me too for the first time. They sent them a picture of me in the mail, and my mom said she cried for the first time when she saw that. We wanted a newborn to 6 months. It was just funny how you'd have your preferences and you'd have your plans, and all of a sudden God just says nope. He was 9 months old. They just sent us a picture. As soon as I saw, I got a feeling inside me and started tearing up. He was just like, "That's my son." That's so cute. And and that's what it's about. That's what it's about, everybody. So that's what it's about. It's about raising your child the way you want to raise your child, not how the world wants you to raise your child, but how you want to raise your child. Yes, you can raise them and you can explore their ethnicity, but you don't have to raise them how their community says that they need you to raise them. No. Because if my parents raised me Latino, I don't know how I would have came out. Who knows? I could have come out like a putana. I could have came out like a dealer. Who knows? And I'm not saying that to be racist. I'm saying that to be real. You never know. I could who knows? I thank my lucky stars every day that I was adopted. I do, because I would never have all of this. Who knows? I could be dead. I could be aborted. I could be so many things. But no, I was given the lucky chance. And if that means that I had to give up my Latino heritage, I am perfectly fine with that. because I got a great life. So I'm going to leave it there. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. And like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Leave your comments down below what you guys think. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating.